Oh no.
What if you got super hopped up on hallucinatory drugs and had to go down a few flights of stairs to get a pizza from your dorm's lobby? That is the conceit of Pizza Movie, and here to talk with me about it are the directors and writers of the film, Nick Kocher, Brian McElhaney, better known as BriTANick. Boys, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for pronouncing our names and our group correctly.
Hey,
Yes,
Doesn't
very
happen
well
often.
done.
First off, I hope maybe you could tell our audience a little about what Pizza Movie is about.
Pizza Movie is about a group of college students who get very high on a fictional drug, and they need to get a pizza to sort of lessen the effects of that drug. But the pizza is in the lobby of their dorm, which would normally be a very simple journey. But because they're on this fictional drug, that journey is a feature film.
It's an epic quest full of trials and tribulations and all the horrors and wonders of college you may experience along the way.
It feels very much like the sort of movie that we don't get anymore, which is like it is a stoner comedy kind of in its bones, but it goes a lot farther than that. It gets a lot more insane.
Yeah.
Here's a question.
What's up?
Should we push back on stoner comedy?
I was going to say,
Or do we lean hard into it?
that's actually a really good question because people love stoner comedies, but also it's not really a stoner comedy. Let me try something.
Well, how are you going to do it? You don't piss him off.
He won't get mad.
Okay.
Look at him. I'll be fine.
Great.
Have some faith. You know, someone wrote a comment that said it's like a stoner comedy for theater kids. And I think then they wrote, nah, I'm good, I'll pass. But like that first part, stoner comedy for theater kids, is like, that felt a little right to me, where it's like stoner comedies invoking the idea of like old Cheech and Chong stuff, which is great, but this is more of like kind of rambunctious and outrageous and has like a flair to it, and like it's what we love about stoner comedies, but for a brand new generation.
And we're not at all upset that you said stoner comedy. We like
Good.
you and admire your work.
Gaten Materazzo, this is obviously his first big project post Stranger Things. We love Stranger Things around these parts. Was that on his mind at all?
We tried to not bring it up to him at all so he wouldn't really think about it too hard.
Yeah.
I kept asking him why. Why is this your pivot? You're insane. Why are you letting us tank your career? He had no clear answer to that question. We were concerned for his mental health taking this job after such an incredibly huge moment in his career, but we're very thankful that he, for some reason, took the leap.
One of the things that I love so much about Pizza Movie, though, is the sheer amount of visual gags in this movie. You guys obviously made tons of sketch on YouTube over the years with BriTANick. What from that experience of packing those sketches full of as much as you could on the budget that you had did you carry forward into Pizza Movie?
A ton. We like our comedy really, really fast-paced, and I think when you watch the movie, it moves kind of like a freight train. Our main philosophy when we're making online sketches is just like, let's beat this joke, let's get a better joke, let's squeeze in as many jokes as we can, and we did that for this feature film, and it was deeply exhausting.
Yeah, I think the hardest part is because it's a feature. In a sketch, you can just do 3 minutes of just insanity, but we had to slow down and not be doing crazy visual stuff in certain scenes. We had to have a conversation or like have the characters like expose their inner thoughts, and that was a little bit harder for us to like not do the crazy stuff was more easy. The idea of just like,
I think we're pretty allergic to earnestness, and so throughout the movie, anytime there is a genuine moment, very often it's undercut immediately with some joke. Yeah, I don't know. I'm panicking.
saying we're allergic to earnestness.
Yeah.
It sounds like we're sociopaths.
Right.
Earnestness is
Okay.
very important. Maybe like we're allergic to like
Nuts.
boredom, nuts.
I misspoke. We're not allergic to earnestness. We're allergic to peanuts.
We didn't.
Now you freaked them out.
I'm not actually allergic to peanuts.
This is not good.
If he sees me eating a peanut, I'm gonna have to fake going into anaphylactic shock.
We just have this interview, then we leave. You're not gonna eat a peanut between now and us.
Okay, make sure I don't.
I'll try my best.
You don't have any peanuts, do you? I'd love to eat one.
There is a final phase that I didn't mention. Your worst nightmare comes to life. Oh God, no! And shoves a chainsaw up your...
There are multiple phases of the trip that these characters are on, giving you guys a very good structure for totally changing the movie every few minutes.
Yeah.
You got things like the old switcheroo, flashbacks. Were there any of those phases that you wanted to include and weren't able to?
There was one phase,
Oh, you guys would like this.
So the phase that's in the movie for the first phase is called No Bad Words, and the characters' heads explode every time they say a bad word. For the longest time, that was a completely different phase in the script. What it was called side scroller, and it's basically the characters go out into their hallway, and then all of a sudden the camera moves to the side, and we're watching them from the side like a
Mario game on NES.
2D Mario game.
Move and get past like all the the douchebag.
I know what a side scroller is. I work for IGN.
Yeah, of course.
Understand what?
Yeah. I think I got it.
He's being a little combative with this right now, so like bring the temperature down.
Bring it down or go at him even harder?
Yeah, the second one.
Okay, great. Anyhow, motherfucker.
Mints. It's an incredible high.
No.
I do want to talk about a couple of the cameos in the movie, there's some really great ones. You have Sarah Sherman playing essentially like a methed out Miss Frizzle, I think might be the easiest way to sort of put that. Somebody else that you have pop up in this movie, which I couldn't believe until the credits rolled, is you have Daniel Radcliffe voicing a butterfly.
We do?
How the hell did that happen?
So we have a number of mutual friends with Dan, and we've met him a couple times, and he's always been very nice and polite.
Yeah.
All of our friends were like, he's probably not going to do this. He turns down quite a bit of stuff. And then he read it and saw what it was, and he was like, I have to do this, and was very excited to do it. And is evidence to support the fact that he's insane.
He's a madman.
Yeah.
I don't know why he did this to his career. Like Gaten, he takes the wrong projects and is like, I feel like he's actively trying to tank his career and just keeps getting better and better. Like, what an he's a lunatic. He's a lunatic backwards man.
And a terrible person.
And we just said he was a great guy.
I know.
This is an easy one. Just say I was joking. He's a wonderful dude. He's like the nicest guy in the world.
Yeah.
He's so polite.
Yeah.
He's like no ego.
I got it.
Yeah.
I hate Daniel Radcliffe.
All right, let me take over. I don't know why Nick is talking like that. He likes to make jokes and with a very dry sense of humor. You don't understand he's joking sometimes.
But I'm not now because I don't like him.
And that's also a joke. Stop it. I have it. Daniel Radcliffe is a very, very kind, polite man who is taking excellent career choices, and we're so happy to have him. And I hate him. Jesus Christ.
See, isn't it hard?
I know. You got in my head. All right, fix it right now. We'll move on.
Okay. Anyhow, hashtag arrest Daniel Radcliffe for his crimes against humanity.
All right.
And we'll bring that up on screen.
Thank you.
All right, there it is. Yeah, arrest Daniel Radcliffe. That's, my boss is going to love that.
It's an incredible high. So long as you take it with pizza. Without pizza, it'll blow your brain straight out your... What?
You guys have written for some of the biggest TV comedies around, like SNL, Always Sunny, both huge favorites of mine. I want to know what those experiences reaffirmed about your own creative process, though.
The big thing I think we learned at SNL was like, it made us quicker. There's not enough time to like perfect everything, so you're triaging what you focus on. And the thing that you spend all night writing and labor over and you're like, this is going to be incredible, it's entirely possible that will die at the table read. And then the other sketch you slap together at 4 a.m. when you were just, feeling insane, that will do really well. So it was kind of like, I think in a weird way, it's like reassuring to know you don't know how stuff is going to go. And so just like keep making it and putting it out there.
Yeah, I think it affirmed for me that there's always an idea somewhere in the back of your head. Because again, we like made sketches like twice a year for BriTANick because we wait till we have inspiration struck. And SNL, you can't wait for inspiration to strike. You just can't. You have to write 3 sketches tonight. And it's like, I got nothing. They're like, tough. You got to do it. And they speak to you like that. They're like, tough. No, they don't speak to you at all. What, are they going to fire us?
They'll do worse.
I know.
You think they haven't done worse?
I know.
You think they haven't disappeared people? You think Lorne Michaels doesn't have a kill list a mile long? We should make sure not to say that publicly.
Okay, we'll not mention that Lorne Michaels has a kill list and that he
has killed, and he loves to kill, and he will kill again. We shouldn't say any of that on camera.
I agree.
Good.
Lorne Michaels is
Lorne
a
Michaels.
great man, and he loves us, and he definitely knows our names.
Yeah,
he definitely doesn't mix our names up every time he talks to us. It's sort of like a spa retreat working at SNL. It's really nice. Everyone's really happy.
Yeah.
You're treated really
I've
well.
heard that.
Yeah, the environment is not toxic.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Careful. Is that okay to say? Should I? Okay. Buy it back for now. It is toxic?
No, worse.
What do I do?
Worse. I'll handle it. What Brian means to say is it's toxic.
Well, speaking of toxic, I think maybe a good thing to end on would be this. If I know one thing about the internet, it's that it loves hearing Nick Kocher talk shit about Grant O'Brien.
One of Grant's best friends in the world, Nick Kocher, also happens to be responsible for writing certain episodes of breaking news about Grant.
Since his mid-20s, Grant's been taking Viagra.
Yeah.
And with a bunch of cameras on us, I'd just like to give you an opportunity to embarrass Grant O'Brien to any degree you see fit.
This is a joyous moment.
This is incredible that I'm getting to do this. I really want to make sure to take advantage of this.
Please do.
Grant O'Brien is like if Slender Man was like in an improv group. He's a horrifying creature. When you see him in real life, it looks like an optical illusion. He's so long and big, it doesn't make any sense. His knees, actually, this is true, are like every 3 months stop working and he has to walk with a cane. There are things that I really could say that I probably shouldn't. I mean, what's the rating of this interview?
I mean, we can bleep things.
You're gonna probably want to bleep this.
Sure. Okay.
But Grant got a something happened to Grant that he's been blood, and that's real, and he's been blood. So I imagine that's being bleeped. So if you find me on the street and want to know what that is, I'll just tell you. But they certainly have to bleep that Grant O'Brien is actually blood.
And I'll be sure to do that.
Great.
Thank you very much,
Thanks.
Nick, Brian. Thank you so much for coming in. Anything else you want to tell us about Pizza Movie before you head out?
We should really just make this last thing great.
We gotta close out with something strong, something that gets people to watch Pizza
Positive.
Movie on April 3rd on Hulu.
Nothing controversial.
Some sort of positive final statement
Okay.
that gets people to watch Pizza Movie on April 3rd on Hulu.
Okay.
Okay.
Pizza Movie, if you're looking for a good time with your friends and your buds, you want to laugh like you used to watching movies and harking back to an era that maybe doesn't exist as much anymore, watch Pizza Movie. It's fun, it's silly, it'll take your mind off things like Iran, or take your mind off things like that.
That Grant O'Brien is blood.
No, we shouldn't say any of these things.
No.
What can it take your mind off of that is okay to say that's not going to be too much of a chiller?
Traffic.
Take your mind off
Take
traffic.
your mind off of traffic.
Great. It'll take your mind off of traffic.
Great.
That's awesome. Nick, Brian, thank you so much for coming in.
You mean like human trafficking?
I don't think we nailed it.
We're just going to have to roll with it.
No.
Take your mind off human trafficking.
No.
Oh, traffic.
Pizza Movie is on Hulu on April 3rd. Nick Kocher, Brian McElhaney, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
This went so well. So nightmare.
I know. We got to cut this whole thing.